Driving Television is brought to you by driving.ca.
Last year, Jeep introduced the Compass. Now, it seems a little bit odd that they would decide to introduce two compact utility vehicles, both within about a year of each other. But this year, they've added this. It's the new Jeep Patriot.
And it's based on the same platform as the Compass and its cousin, the Dodge Caliber. They actually all share the same engine and transmission choices. But this Jeep Patriot can be equipped with the Jeep Freedom Drive 2, which means it's trail rated and can be used for light off-road duty.
Now, Zach, I liked the Compass. I thought it looked kind of cool and it was a fun car to drive.
Maybe you're the only one that thought it looked cool. Because, I don't know, I think it looked kind of awkward. It's got that big Jeep grill kind of forced on the front, and the back, it looks like a different designer did it from the front. It just isn't cohesive. Now this is much better.
It makes sense that this vehicle is probably going to be more attractive to men and the Compass more attractive to women. The style looks very Jeep, almost like a new, smaller version of the old Cherokee or a smaller version of the Jeep Commander. The classic Jeep grille with squared-off fenders, flat hood, and boxy design make it instantly recognizable.
I think Jeep did such a good job on the styling that this Patriot is going to steal sales away from the Compass, not complement it, which really is too bad because the Compass has been selling well. Just like the Compass and the Dodge Caliber, the floor of the cargo area is made from a wiped-down plastic. Look at the swing-out speakers and the 458-watt Boston acoustic stereo. Can you say hello camping? The seats fold for extra space. You know, the size and the shape of the Patriot remind me a lot of the Subaru Forester. Pretty good company.
For those regular viewers of Driving Television, you're probably sick and tired of hearing Zach whine and complain all the time about everything, but especially about the fact that the seats just don't go low enough in most vehicles, especially for the taller drivers. Well, this vehicle will hopefully stop him from whining, so thank goodness for that. It's got plenty of space, lots of comfortable seats, and the inside looks very similar to the Compass.
Well, timing accounts for a lot in the auto industry. As gas prices continue to climb up, a lot of people are considering trading in their V6 powered utility vehicles for maybe a 4-cylinder unit. And Jeep is here to fill that demand with this new Patriot. It's a good-looking vehicle, it's a nice size for most families, and it's only powered by 4-cylinder engines.
I think one thing that's definitely going to guarantee the success of this vehicle is the price. The base price is just $16,995, and it's the cheapest priced four-wheel drive vehicle sold in Canada at just $18,995. Our test vehicle is the Patriot 4-wheel drive Limited, and it's at $24,500. There are 3 trim levels to choose from. The base model is the Sport, then there's the North, which is only available for sale in Canada, and then the highest trim level is the Limited, which is what we're driving. All models are powered by a 2.4-liter motor, which is called the World engine. It's good for 172 horsepower and 165 pound-feet of torque. A 5-speed manual transmission is standard equipment, but a continuously variable transmission is offered. If you order the CVT in the Sport or North, then you get a smaller 2-liter version of the World engine that has 158 horsepower but better fuel consumption. All the Patriots come as front-wheel drive, but if you want 4-wheel drive, you can get it on any of the trim levels for an additional cost of just $2,000. The overhangs on the front and the back of the Patriot are better for off-road duties. They give much better approach and departure angles. Like, this is really going to help when finding a spot at the mall. The Patriot has comfortable seats, lots of room, and the interior design is very simple and well laid out. I think this would be a great vehicle to just load up your family and friends, take a road trip, do some camping, and maybe do a little bit of light off-roading.
All Patriots can be ordered as a 4-wheel drive. Their base system is called Freedom Drive 1. What that does is has the vehicle running along in mostly front-wheel drive for optimum efficiency, and when more traction is needed, can shift 60% of the traction to the rear axle. Now, if you want to lock the front and rear axles together to make it a true 4-wheel drive, all you have to do is lift this little T-bar handle in the console and you're in business. There's also Freedom Drive 2, which utilizes the ABS system, traction control, and low gear transmission settings to give the Patriot better crawling characteristics during light off-road conditions. This package also includes skid plates, tow hooks, fog lamps, and a higher ride height. If you really want off-road muscle, then the Wrangler is a better fit, but for most people, this Patriot will do the trick. Through the year on driving television, I probably drive 70 plus cars a year, and I can tell you there's no correlation between the expense of the car and the comfort of the front seats. This car is not expensive, very comfy seats. I like that. It's a great size, it's a great utility vehicle, it's running on a 4-cylinder, all excellent attributes. Another thing I like about the layout of this vehicle, it's got a fairly long dash, and that leads into a fairly flat and square hood. So it feels like you're driving a bigger vehicle like a Jeep, and you are. And that's all excellent stuff. Negative. Big negative from me, and my only real complaint about this vehicle, it's using a continuously variable transmission instead of a conventional 4 or 5-speed automatic. And when you match that to the sound of the engine, it groans and it drones, and it goes like this. Oh, do I have to? I don't want to do that. Oh, that is annoying. Well, you know what, Lacey? I prefer the Patriot over the Compass, and for me it all comes down to styling. I think this is just a much better looking vehicle. So with the Patriot, you get a good looking vehicle that's useful and isn't going to break the bank. Do you agree?
Zach, I totally agree. I think that's one of the most amazing things about this vehicle is definitely the price. I like the fact that over the years they've stuck with a lot of the same styling features that really make a Jeep look like a Jeep. And I also really like some of the cool features like the speakers that you've got in the tailgate, as well as the pop-out flashlight. Just kind of unique and a little bit of fun. And I really only have one complaint. I just did not like the CVT. And that's about it. Zach?
Well, you know what? I like the price as well, especially the fact that you can get a 4x4 version of this Patriot for like 19 grand. That is very attractive, especially in the Canadian market. This vehicle looks great. Lacey touched on the fact that it looks like a Jeep. It's a much more cohesive design over the Compass. I also found the seats in the front very comfortable, and the view out the front really feels like you're driving a mini truck, which you kind of are. And plus the fact these are sold as 4 cylinders, absolutely perfect timing for the marketplace. As fuel prices shoot up, people are looking for utility, and they can get it in a very efficient package. Exact same dislike as Lacey, CVT transmission. I'd like to see a regular automatic offered, and the noise from the engine with the CVT, it's just a little bit too much, the groan. Do I have to?
But you know what? If it gets too loud, remember you can always just pull over, turn out the stereo, and rock on.
Want to buy a new car but can't decide? Go to driving.ca and do your own research by using the comparison tool.